Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you? My name is Quentin Williams. I'm DNA's manager, and I wanted to welcome you here tonight. We are here for an extremely special occasion at the Room Live, and I wanted you to know that this is going to blow your socks off. These people are incredible. They are dopalicious, as DNA would say. So without further ado, I'm going to make it very quick. I'd like to introduce you to Soulfege.
Thank you very much, Quentin. That was a wonderful introduction, and thank you all of you for joining us. Both our people here in the room live with us and all the people watching online. We really appreciate you taking the time to share with us, and we hope that you will enjoy what we're about to do tonight, as well as tell your friends not only about the Room Live, but also about Soulfege and what we're all doing. So for those of us who happen to be like, well, first of all, how many of you guys know us, the people in this room? Okay, and those of you online, if you know us, you should like send a little shout out like, I know them too, so that we recognize. We'll come to y'all in a minute. But for those of you who know us, you know that we've been like, oh, we've got this big announcement, we've got a big announcement, we want to tell you something. But some of you have been like, well, what is it? Just cough up the goods, which we have not done for the most part. And tonight is an opportunity for us to share a little bit of our musicality with you, but a little bit of kind of the messaging and the meaning behind the music, which will enable us to give you a little bit of an idea and a framework and a context for what we're announcing, and for not only why it's significant to us, but hopefully why it may be of significance to you. So the first thing we're going to do is sing you a song about something that is very important to us, and it's an idea that a lot of us can relate to, and it's very simple, and it's called To Be Free. I'm going to turn on my guitar first. It was like hella quiet. They're like, what are you doing? Haha. All right. Now we are playing with power. Say yeah yeah yo 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 oh oh yo 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 oh oh whoa 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 oh 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 hey yo oh 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 yo 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 why what would you give to be free? Oh whoa, free to stand and strike the morning sun and sing your own melody. Oh whoa, and shout it from the mountaintops. What would you give to be free? Oh, whoa, free to stand astride the morning sun and sing your own melody. Oh, whoa, and find your own way. My mama told me to stand upright and to give thanks when the morning comes. My papa taught me the will to fight, but he forgot to teach me when to run. And though my path was not always right, I found my way through in spite of me. And though I once could not find the light, oh now I see. What would you give to be free? Oh, whoa, free to stand astride the morning sun and sing your own melody. Oh, whoa, shout it from the mountaintops. What would you give to be free? Oh, whoa, free to stand astride the morning sun and sing your own melody. Oh, whoa, find your own way. How many hearts burn a candle bright? How many souls know the morning glow? How many live just to sleep at night? And how many close their eyes to the cold? Who can say when we'll feel the light? All I know is that's where I wanna be. And baby, someday I hope to find a place for we. What would you give to be free? Whoa, free to stand astride the morning sun and sing your own melody. Whoa, shout it from the mountaintops. What would you give to be free? Whoa, free to stand astride the morning sun and sing your own melody. Whoa, and find your own way. That's where I wanna be. And baby, someday I hope to find a place for we. What would you give to be free? Whoa, free to stand astride the morning sun and sing your own melody. Whoa, shout it from the mountaintops. What would you give to be free? Whoa, free to stand astride the morning sun and sing your own melody. Whoa, find your own way. Whoa, 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 whoa. Give us the teachings of His Majesty. Whoa. Devil philosophy, no. Whoa, give us the teachings of His Majesty. No, we don't want no devil philosophy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Give us the teachings of His Majesty. So we don't want no devil philosophy, no, no. Give us the teachings of His Majesty. So we don't want no devil philosophy. Whoa, give us the teachings of His Majesty. So we don't want no devil philosophy. Whoa, give us the teachings of His Majesty. So we don't want no devil philosophy. Whoa. Merci mucho buckets. So now this is an interactive affair, right? So what we're gonna do is sing songs, and you guys have the opportunity to ask us questions and to speak to us, whether online or our people in the audience. So don't feel shy. And we're gonna try to explain to you again, like what we do with these songs. So that is something that is about an issue that is important to us as individuals, but I think important to all of us as a people. And this next song is going to go in a slightly different direction. And it's an homage to something that we all can relate to. So it's a love song. Yeah, thank you. Somebody said, "Oh, thank you." Okay.
I thought love was
Boy,
popular.
wait. Who here has been in love? Raise your hand. Online people, y'all can shout it out too. Okay, everyone's been in love pretty much. A few hands are looking kind of. People are just like, oh, I don't know. A couple folks are like. Anyway, so this is a love song, but it's not your typical love song. Do you know what I'm saying? This is not about the girl at the club. Know what I mean? It's not about your average cocktail waitress. No. Oh, okay, sorry. I had to do it. This is a song I wrote for my mom. Now that's what we're talking about. And it's called Angel. It goes like this. No, I can't recall the day your dream became my life. I've lived an eternity with you by my side. Like the sun and the moon, I've seen that your light reflects mine. And riding together we have conquered the sky. But for so long I failed to see the truth as I searched for a fantasy that lived within you. Said, how did you know? How did you know that you'd be my angel? When your wings were trapped into my heart, where did you see? Where did you see that we would be wonderful, and our dreams would live where we are? The first time I saw your face, my life forever changed. For in you live God and man is one and the same. Never knew how much I needed you till alone across the sands, and found life without your love I could not withstand. Yet you opened your heart to let me fly, and as a rose on the wings of love I felt you inside. Said, how did you know? How did you know that you'd be my angel? When your wings were trapped into my heart, where did you see? Where did you see that we would be wonderful, and our dreams would live where we are? The sweetest moment of life I ever knew was when I opened my eyes and saw that you were my truth. Said, how did you know? How did you know that you'd be my angel? When your wings were trapped into my heart, where did you see? Where did you see that we would be wonderful, and our dreams would live where we are? How did you know that you'd be my angel? When your wings were trapped into my heart, where did you see that we would be wonderful, and our dreams will live where we are? How did you know that you'd be my angel? When your wings were trapped into my heart. Where did you see that we would be wonderful and our dreams will live where we are? Thank you very much. Derek's mom. Amen. To mommy. So now, as you can see, there are three of us up here on the stage. And that song was for my mom, but I think that it's something that we've all pulled together, so that's hopefully important to all of us and all our families and our loved ones, etc. But this, what you see here, is only half of what is Soulfege. This is like the quiet side of the team, right? Basically,
reflective.
Exactly, the reflective, the mellow vibes. You know what I'm saying? Pensive, thoughtful, sensitive. The loud ones we left in New York. So the drummer. Oh, we have a question?
I have a question.
Hit me.
Can we take a 5-minute break?
Yes, we can take a 5-minute break. We're going to take 5. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay. 1 minuto, por favor. 5 minutos. 5. Now, this was very, very peculiar. I mean, no one had gone down to sing a song at the Crossroads in about 500 million years. Something like that. We're estimating. So the devil just looked at this kid and he said, "Boy, what did you just say to me?" And Johnny said, "I didn't say anything. I just sang. And my song is this: love rain down. Why don't you heal me now?" Said love rain down. Why don't you heal me now? Now the strangest thing happened. The devil himself became so quiet for a moment. And the dark clouds that stood above that place, they began to part. And all of a sudden, a single ray of light showed down from heaven, and it struck Satan dead in his heart. And something that hadn't happened in an eon began. Deep from the depths of hell, there came this simple song. And it said, love rain down. Why don't you heal me now? Say love rain down. Why don't you heal me now? Now, some of you may be thinking, like, why would we come to this lovely place and sing about a song about a little kid who went down to meet with the devil? Well, it's actually really simple. It's like we live in a world today where it seems like there's so many things going wrong. But sometimes it just takes the courage of the most innocent of us to turn evil into humanity. And so that's why we sing our song purely out of love. Rain down. Why don't you heal me now? We say love rain down. Why don't you heal me All right, rock and roller. That's what's up. Yo, we've hooked up the technical issues. Now, we're going to carry forward. And before we took a little musical break, I was explaining that I'm not alone on the stage. Now, this is 3 out of 6. The ones we left home are the drummer, the percussionist, and the bassist. They always just want to bang, 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 bang. And so what we're doing is we're playing a little bit of more of a mellow sound than what we typically do, but I think it's a lot of fun. And I want you guys to meet the guys that are here. So to my right is Jonathan Gramling, a.k.a. Catharsis. Vocalist extraordinaire, also repping on the congas.
Part-time percussionist only.
Right. To my left, the nastiest man upon the keys, Micah Hulsher, representing Seattle. Doing his thing. And because the others aren't here, the guys missing, Sticks Bones on drums, Atado on percussion, and Alex Staley on bass, we're going to play something that we usually rock out with the full band. And it's a little different edge. It's a little more hip-hop-ish. But we wanted to remember our brothers that couldn't be this way. And I'll pour some libations on the ground, but there's a lot of cables. I don't want to get electrocuted. So we're just going to give a musical homage. And this song is called Time.
Ain't it strange, the world often wonders about the dawn of lightning and thunder. True as day when three come to rumble, sweet illusion and fantasy crumble. Can you remember when the night was your friend? She hid the light, the cries, and sanctioned your sin. Yeah, she knows of a day when the dark wears the light forevermore. For who can endure the persistence of time passing away in the arms of the day? Will you have vision to pray when your time fades away? Dreams of fire, lives of emotion. Few are sure, but some have the notion within that there lives a spirit much greater. Almighty Father, Lord and Creator. I can remember when my life was your tomb, my future bleak. So deep was the hour of the crew. Yet through the pain and confusion, my heart did stay true. For there I knew that the day would come soon. And so prepare for the time passing away in the arms of the day. Will you have vision to break when your time fades away? Time passing away in the arms of the day. Will you have vision to break when your time fades away? Time spoken like stolen words on the lips of a man who cannot be heard. Your tenderness in the hands of a broken girl. Some would wish they were born of a different world or dreamt it, and in a moment saw my memories fade. The dust of days forgiven in a night ablaze with scars. All of them will call on my name, shaping my fears to rest. Pop a hump on my chest as I book with the West. I made a vow to be blessed with more than a material mind. Stone shine, sex, sales, CNN has got it swimming in wells and temper tales, designed to maximize the sales of what appears to be a national opiate. And smoking it too, I off the juice to even fade the truth. But what's the matter if you could buy a ride that's fatter than the skin you've been clothed in, the one you were sold, sister? Because I know and ain't you glad that you're my corner, and I am conditioned to believe this spam is like them chips. Believe if they won't find the rich, and nor will the quiet die either. But listen to the silence of these hands that do hear lies and cheaters. Prepare for war with lives that they despise before they follow the law and hope that no one's keeping score. Lord, she's at the signs of silence. None know the only thing that violence does beget is violence. So we, for those who back into justice divine, but God knows the strong and the weak shall be humble in time. In time, passing away in the arms of the day. Will you have vision to break when your time fades away? Time passing away in the arms of the day. Will you have vision to break when your time fades away.
All right. So we're going to continue a little bit along that vein. Now, one of the things that is fun about this band is we try to explore different musical styles and genres and flavors. And that's because we are kind of a global band. Like, we come from different places. Micah is from Seattle, which is very far from where John is from, which is Philadelphia. You know, it's like, whoosh. I was born in Ghana, West Africa, and I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn? All right. Anyway, and from Brooklyn, I moved to Saudi Arabia. And when I was like 12, I moved to Doha, Qatar. And I came back to the States when I was 16. So pretty much every 4 years till I was 20-ish, I'd move to a new country. And so I grew up learning different languages, learning about different kinds of people, and having kind of a global perspective. Now, as a kid, this can be problematic because everyone wants to fit in. And if you're a kid who goes from West Africa to Flatbush, Flatbush is kind of like West Africa. It's close enough, you know. But then from there to Saudi Arabia, I mean, it's a whole different world, and you get to a point where you realize you can't fit in, and you may never do so. And what I learned was to kind of stand astride different worlds and to be a bridge in the way that I look at things. And I feel like that what seemed to be a detriment as a kid wound up being a huge and profound asset as an adult. Particularly because I think we're at a time when our world is getting smaller and smaller, and we're becoming closer in our needs and our dependency for one another. But in so doing, people are having a harder time relating sometimes. And so what we try to do is to be that bridge musically. Now, what I'm going to sing for you now is kind of a fun song. And it's one that I grew up with. It's a children's song, okay? And you're not going to understand the first part. So then we're going to translate it. And when you hear the translation, it'll sound a little bit ridiculous, but that's because it's for kids. And so we'll see how it goes.
So this song has kind of a participatory theme to it. Is that cool? You guys okay with participating? All right. So take your hands like this. All right. And we're just going to do something very simple. You've probably done this before. We're going to clap. But we're going to clap in a very particular pattern, which I will show you right now. You ready? Very good, very good. Keep that going. Yeah. You guys have done this before, I can tell.
For real.
Hey, I don't smoke redu, opalo sumong me, kakalika smo mama koko dene tuom lem lem lem. I don't smoke redu, opalo sumong me, kakalika smo mama koko dene tuom lem lem lem, tuom lem lem lem, tuom lem lem lem, tuom lem lem lem, tuom lem lem lem.
All right, now, so that was very good, and y'all clappage is impressive. Very nice. So we want you all to be able to, relate to the vibe. So we're going to translate the song a little bit. In English, it goes like so. The monkey loves bananas. The squirrel, he loves acorns. The cockroach loves to chew on cloth. And the little frog jumps like so. Oh. The monkey loves bananas. The squirrel, he loves acorns. The cockroach loves to chew on cloth. And the little frog jumps like so. Oh. I don't smoke redu. Opalo sumong me. Kakalika smo mama koko dene tuom lem lem lem. I don't smoke redu. Opalo sumong me. Kakalika smo mama koko dene tuom lem lem lem. Tuom lem lem lem, tuom lem lem lem, tuom lem lem lem, tuom lem lem lem. Hey kids, meet the foreigner, bringing that new style to your corner. Before y'all roll with me, you want ya, you better bring a bag and plenty of water. Let's take a trip on relationships. You be the illest little boat to go sailing with. We'll take a trip on an island, just smile for miles. Float over to the Volta with that African child. Who me? Yes, I'm that brother. Jet black skin, the smooth, the shade butter. Known to twist a turn of phrase like no other. To someone better known as the Noel Wonder. So say your mommy ran away with the kid. Before you go, she better know he did a serious bid. The boy convicted by the court of convention. Cause he wouldn't trade his rhymes for a line. Turn his mind to a weapon and I do live free from the MIC. And no sucker MC can't punk with me. And if you ever need a lesson, I'll to be free. Well then, you do you, let me be me. Say go. I don't smoke redu. Apollo sumong me. Kakalika smo mama koko dene tuom lem lem lem. I don't smoke redu. Apollo sumong me. Kakalika smo mama koko dene tuom lem lem lem.
tuom lem lem lem, tuom lem lem lem, tuom lem lem lem, tuom lem lem lem, whoa, tuom lem lem lem, tuom lem lem lem, tuom lem lem lem, tuom lem lem lem, oh, tuom lem lem lem, tuom lem lem lem, oh, tuom lem lem lem, tuom lem lem lem, yeah, tuom lem lem lem, tuom lem lem lem, tuom lem lem lem, tuom lem lem lem.
Awesome. Excellent to Beanto. And that is a song that's all about being yourself, right? So we're singing for the kids to have this idea of being themselves. And I think that another thing that is of importance is that idea of knowledge of oneself, right? So here we're talking about a world that is coming closer together, but we need to be bridge builders. And there's an interesting dichotomy between trying to come together, but then retain one's own sense of self and one's own identity. And what we're really on is something like a quest, the way I see it. And I'm not just talking. There's a reason I'm saying all of this. This is all like the preamble. So pay attention, please. But basically, I see it as if we're on a quest for something greater, right? A better world, a better opportunity for all of us. Maybe a world where our people live in peace. You know, I'm wearing a whistle, which Lisa gave me earlier today. And this whistle signifies, it's one that is given to kids in certain parts of Africa where they have got conflict. And the youngest kids who are too small, the child soldiers, who are too small to go out and fight, they give them these whistles. They basically serve as scouts. And so these kids will, you know, shoot when they see another rebel army coming. They'll blow the whistle. But what happens when you blow the whistle? Everybody can hear where you are. Your people can tell, but so can the other guys with the guns. And a lot of these kids wind up getting killed. And I think that it gets to the point where we would love to imagine that peace is possible, but it takes more than an imagination. It actually takes us working towards that. And it is a goal that may seem so great that we might not achieve it, but it's not about the end goal, it's about the journey. This next song is one that is about a man on a quest. Now, when you first hear it, you're going to think, oh, it's a love song. It's called Lady Be Mine. It's not a love song. It's about something a little different. So listen to the words, and at the end we'll ask you what you think it's about. Once was a warrior from a place not far away, a man who walked the lonely road, wore a shield and his armor proud, a once silver clad, now gray, the stuff of what heroes are made. He had been on a quest so long for a place that had no name, to find the city of faith. One day he came to where the waters met, a horizon roared in flame, yeah, and he knew that he was close to the end. Help me sing. Tied his steed to a dream and stepped through the center of the day into the city of faith. At the gate he threw his armor down, and to the tower called a name, and he said,
I won't leave until you grant me one thing. He said, love is what I've lived for, lady. For only she can save my soul. You need to know that the truth is what I die for daily. And someday it will make me whole. Lady, be mine.
Lady, be mine.
Lady, be mine.
Lady, be mine. Lady, be mine.
Lady, be mine.
Lady, be mine.
Lady, be mine.
Lady, be mine. Lady, be mine.
Through the gates then the legion came, led by hatred, doubt, and shame. Behind stood the armies of fear. He drew his sword and with a cry he leapt into the battle of the Seine. And as he fought you could hear his heart sing. It said, love is what I've lived for, lady. For only she can save my soul. You need to know that the truth is what I die for daily. Someday it will make me whole. Lady, be mine. Lady, be mine.
Lady, be mine. Lady, be mine.
Lady, be mine.
Lady, be mine.
Lady, be mine.
Lady, be mine. Lady, be mine.
When the dust of the battle died, well, not a demon stood that day. The wounded hero stood brave. As he fell to her knees she came, and in her wisdom called his name. And he slept in the arms of sweet faith. She said, if love is what you've lived for, baby, then surely she will save your soul. I hope you know that the truth that you have died for daily, today is what has made you whole. Lady divine. Lady divine.
Lady divine. Lady divine.
Lady divine.
Lady divine. Lady divine. Lady divine.
Okay, so who has a guess what the song is about? Don't be shy. We told you listen to the words. Y'all been sitting there sipping on scissor, not paying attention. So it's simple. The song is about a man who's on a quest for faith, right? And faith is not a girl. It's a metaphor. So it's about this old warrior, and he goes on this quest, you know, and he fights through all of these things. Through the gates, the legion came, led by hatred, doubt, and shame. Behind stood the armies of fear. He drew his sword, and with a cry he leapt into the battle of the saints. And as he fought, you could hear his heart sing, right? And that is kind of how we feel, you know? Our hearts sing through good times and bad. And I always learned from my mom that music is a way of remembering who we are, where we come from, what we care about. And for us, it's a way of coming together and of sharing. And so that is part of why we're here, and part of what we wanted to bring to you is this idea that there are ways, tools that we can utilize to bring not only ourselves closer to one another, but maybe even to put a piece of ourselves outside where those who we might not know or be even used to might come and meet us there. To me, that's what art is all about. Now, art is also about fun. You know what I'm saying? And fun is quite important. So we're going to sing you another song that is quite fun, and then we're going to let you know kind of what our announcement is. We're going to get on a roll. Yeah. So this is a song, first of all right, this is a song that's dedicated to the men in the audience. Yeah, all right, yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And this is a song that is really about maybe how you should treat your woman. Oh, the girls all of a sudden are like, oh, really? Oh, really? Guys are like, oh, what? Excuse me? Pardon me? What's that all about? Oh, yeah, this song is a fun one, and you'll get the message, I'm sure. Count your money, but you don't count your wealth. You better treat your lady right. You may be the life of the party, but she's my baby tonight. You do your duty, but you don't do it well. You better show your lady the light. You may be the life of the party, but she's my baby tonight. Listen close, I'll tell you what I know, 'cause I've seen this a many a time. You spend your life in pursuit of a dollar, but you lose your hold on a dime. Sad to say, it happens every day. Very few folks catch it in time. Grab your coat on the way out the door, but leave your true love out on the line. Yo, count your money, but you don't count your wealth. You better treat your lady right. You may be the life of the party, but she's my baby tonight. You do your duty, but you don't do it well. You better show your lady the light. You may be the life of the party, but she's my baby tonight. Now here we go, you heard it all before, but your girlfriend's is sweeter than wine. Sweeter than wine, yeah. You know she loves you with the whole of her heart, oh, but I've seen her tugging in mine. So keep it moving, do just what you do, and leave the whole world weeping and crying. But every tear that she's dropped yet this year, it's been to me she's calling it dime. Yo, count your money, but you don't count your wealth. You better treat your lady right. You may be the life of the party, but she's my baby tonight. You do your duty, but you don't do it well. You better show your lady the light. You may be the life of the party, but she's my baby tonight. You may be the life of the party, but she's my baby tonight. You may be the life of the party, but she's my baby tonight. It's not based on a true story, don't worry. All right, so so in a nutshell, what we've been doing is giving you some songs that have been fun and joyful, et cetera, and talking in between about things that we care about. And the reason we've been doing all this talking in between is because we think it's important to have a dialogue about things that are important to us, are important to you, and that hopefully we can find some kind of common ground. Now, one of the things that we've noticed in the media lately is that a lot of people get paid a whole lot of money to basically talk smack. Not necessarily to make sense, not necessarily to seek truth, and not necessarily to help us to do either, right? And we've always been not really the complaining types. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what are we going to do? Sit at home and be like, wow, wow, I don't like what's on Fox. Wow, wow, NBC's too lefty. I like Maddow, though. I love Rachel Maddow. Anyway, sorry. This is a nonpartisan crew. But basically, what we've always tried to do is walk the talk, so to speak. And so in this particular instance, we have an opportunity to kind of broaden the kind of dialogue that we've been having. Now, for those that don't know, we've been fortunate to talk to people around this country and other places. I've lectured on youth identity issues in US, Europe, the Caribbean, Africa, Asia. But with the United Nations Alliance of Civilizations, gave a talk a few months ago at UK Parliament, did a thing for the German government a year ago. I mean, we've been all over the place. And whenever they're like, yo, how can we get somebody young and cute to come and talk? It's a no-brainer, you know what I'm saying? So basically, thank you very much, thank you very much. So it's the ears, no doubt. So basically what happened is, as we've been going out and like engaging in this dialogue with people whom you've heard of, people whom we've hadn't, a lot of young people, kids, young adults, young professionals, adults, leaders, etc., we came upon some amazing people who've been helping us to get the word out. Now, first, I got to give big ups to Robin and Michael for putting this together and giving us the chance to be here with you. The room live, right? We're live in a room. It's amazing. Perfect branding. Now, I also want to give big ups to the crew at Oprah Radio who are live streaming this on Oprah.com right now. And some of y'all may be wondering, well, why in the world will Oprah.com be live streaming you sitting here talking? And the reason is in part because, as some of you know, I had the opportunity to have a conversation with Miss Oprah Winfrey about a month or so ago. It aired on her radio show, her Soul series. And we sat down for an hour, just the two of us, talking about life, artistry, music, meaning, spirituality, and what it is to be an agent of change in our world. It was a great conversation. It was amazing after, you know, a week of waking up in nightmares, like cold sweat, like, oh my God, I said something stupid in front of Oprah, and now the National Guard is after me. Off with his head. That didn't happen, fortunately. It was a wonderful conversation, and kind of as an outgrowth of that and much more, I have the unique opportunity to be joining Oprah Radio as their newest host in January of 2010. And rock and roll, yeah. Now, mind you, if you guys have noticed, this is a little bit of a departure for Oprah Radio. I mean, I'm the only young bald kid on the roster. But there's a couple of things that are really special about this show. First, it will not only be on Sirius and XM satellite radio, but it'll be the first show that Oprah Radio is doing that is simulcast live online. So everyone in this room can listen to this. But one of the things that I said to them when we first started having this conversation about, hey, wouldn't it be cool to do something together, is that I would love to have the opportunity to talk to a global audience, right? People who are thinking bigger than the typical partisan bickering. People who are actually seeing that having two people from two different political perspectives come and tell me two different lies does not constitute a quest for truth. Right? And people who might see that there may be a social interest and value in coming together and really talking to one another. So in January of 2010, we're going to launch a show called the Derek Ashong Experience. It's named after me. Just so there's no confusion. I don't know. The whole thing. No doubt. But basically, and what we'll be doing is we'll be reaching out to all of you and hopefully engaging you in a dialogue about things that we all care about. Art, society, business, and politics. And so, and on that show, we're hoping to get people that you know, people that you should know. And we'll be drawing them into this conversation about the world as we would like it to be. So that's our announcement. And we got to give mad big ups, not only to the room, but also to Oprah Radio, obviously to Miss Winfrey, and to all of you for joining us both in the room and online. It has been an absolute pleasure. We're going to play you a song that is kind of like, it's a little bit thoughtful, but it's pretty. And it's like, and also, you know, to go, the journey that we have walked to get to this point has been long and quite eventful. And this is a song that just talks about how you deal with things that come as they do. And some things you understand and some things that you don't. But we carry forward anyway. And this song is called Never Know Why.
This is a song for all the days, a little note to calm the waves, a word from the wise to ease your every night. And sometimes, although you pray to keep uncertainty at bay, there at your pillow side she cries. Sometimes a single ray of light echoes through the night. No matter what you know, you will never know why. The heart inside the fight softens by and by. No matter what you know, you will never know why. Why? No matter what you know, you will never know why. This is a song for all the brave who survived to tell them, say, no one is greater than I. And a song for those afraid to hear the words they ought to say, even just goodbye. Sometimes a single ray of light echoes through the night. No matter what you know, you will never know why. The heart inside the fight softens by and by. No matter what you know, you will never know why. No matter what you know, you will never know why.
Hear me cry, kick it one time. Open your eyes to see the city of mine. Come check we dance, yo. Just look at how we stand, so unshaken by the wailing of a world that simply doesn't understand, yo. We cannot lie, love or we die. I learned to sing a spirit stronger than iron in my song blows. Ambition more than ego, so listening to the soul of every word, you hear a brighter side of me grow. Deep in my heart, I knew it from the start that the worries of this world could never drive our souls apart. Yet when I see you arisen from the sea blue, I cry into the whispers of the wind that she should come and carry me to far, far away, to sing another day in a valley new to thee, so you can hear me when I pray. But as she blows by, I'm greeted by a new sky and find a hint of comfort in my heart, though I may never know why. No matter what you know, you will never know why.
Sometimes a single ray of light echoes through the night.
No matter what you know, you will never know why. Sometimes a single ray of light
echoes through the night. No matter what you know, you will never know why.
Thank you very much. I'm Derek Ashong, aka DNA. Jonathan Gramling to my right, Michael Husser to my left. We are half of Soulfege. That last song says, sometimes a single ray of light echoes through the night. No matter what you know, you will never know why. The heart inside the fight softens by and by. No matter what you know, you will never know why. What we do know is that we are willing to be that ray of light. And we hope that you will join us in shining a little something new in our world. Thank you. Peace.
All I know is that's where I wanna be. And baby, someday I hope to find a place for we. What would you give to be free? Oh, whoa, free to stand astride the morning sun and sing your own melody. Oh, whoa, and shout it from the mountaintops. What would you give to be free? Oh, whoa, free to stand astride the morning sun and sing your own melody. Oh, whoa, and find your own way.